What up? What up? What up?
What's up, boys?
What's up? It's good, bro. I love that intro, but I don't know about it, man. It's too mellow for me. And on a night like this with the draft lottery and the conference semifinals, I need something a little bit more hypey. I know you guys are hyped, right?
The day that we've been waiting for is finally here. Ben and I, we've been out of the race since the beginning of the year, since our teams are both, occupying 2 of the bottom 3 spots. But we're here repping our teams. It's the NBA draft lottery on the same night as the beginning of the Western Conference Finals. We're going to hit on both topics today because we got 2 Lakers fans in the house, and we all know they're high off of their victory against I already forgot who they played in the second round.
The defending champions.
Warriors, the defending champions. So, Justin, Ron, how are you guys feeling tonight? First, before I give it to Ben so we can talk about the lottery, but how are you guys feeling tonight going into the Western Conference Finals? Feeling confident?
Yeah, man.
I think what I'm truly feeling, and the word that we're looking for here, Roland, is vindication. We're looking for vindicated right here because we got the rematch of the bubble, and now people can say Mickey Mouse all they want, but it kind of legitimizes it a little more for us. So vindicated is the word I'm looking for. That's how I'm really feeling tonight.
I like that. That's a good angle. A lot of people have been talking about that this week. What about you, Ron?
I'm just feeling relaxed. I'm not worried. We've been doubted first round, second round. We're here. LeBron's going to prove a point. I'm relaxed. I'm fine. Totally fine. Let's go. Let's get started.
I think Ron remembers when we started 2-10 and everyone counted us out. So we're playing with house money here, so it's feeling pretty relaxed, feeling pretty easygoing. Not a lot of pressure now.
Let's spend a little bit of time on that because I feel like I'm a victim of this too. I feel like we all wrote a little eulogy for the Lakers at some point during this year. Maybe multiple times it looked like they were down and out. And somehow they find themselves in the Western Conference Finals. Ben, did you expect to see the Lakers here? Were you one of those people that wrote them off? Were you even considering them for the Western Conference?
Yeah, of course. I'm the biggest Laker hater you'll find out there, south of the Mississippi, some would say. But, I wrote them off definitely in round 1. I had the Grizzlies winning. In round 2, I ain't going to lie, I was pulling for the Lakers. I couldn't have, LeBron losing another series to the Warriors, bro. So I am glad that he got over that, little hump. And maybe, people are talking about the Warriors being dismantled. So maybe we've been talking about Paul George and DeMar DeRozan on podcasts talking about LeBron ended, my tenure on a certain team or our team's shot, our window. It looks like maybe the Warriors' window might have been ended. I love throwing shots at those boys too. So here, they're talking about rematch of the bubble. It is a rematch of the bubble, but the Lakers are going to have to go and play in that altitude in Denver starting tonight. It's not going to be, walking downstairs from your 5-star resort into Mickey's gym and playing the game.
Still finding a way to discredit that.
He wants to delegitimize the bubble.
Hey, even Justin's talking about validation because he knows what happens if they don't win this series.
I said vindicated.
Whatever.
Well, either way, I do think there's a sense of vindication since all 4 teams that were in that conference finals in the bubble now occupy the conference finals on each side here. As we go into the East and Western Conference Finals. So let's get into it a little bit more. The draft lottery, if you guys are there watching on ESPN, is just about to get started, but you know how it is in Showtime. They like to milk it a little bit. So we're going to do the same. Let's talk a little bit about the conference finals. Justin, I'm going to throw it to you here first because you seem pretty hyped up about your Lakers. You seem pretty hyped up about, everything that's going on about the bubble and the Lakers finding themselves here in a good position. So Ron put these slides together. He leaves us with this question here. If blank happens, the Lakers win the series. What are your thoughts, sir, Justin?
If Anthony Davis can be consistent on offense, because we've seen him be very consistent on defense, been the best player in the playoffs on defense. If he can bring the offensive game, bring some to Yoke, kind of what Dwight Howard did in the bubble to Yoke, and we have a chance to win the series if Anthony Davis can bring me 25 plus a night on offense.
Yeah, and AD recently has stood for alternate days. People have been joking around about that recently. So
Like that.
Definitely can't have that in this series, especially with the Lakers not having home court. Ron, you're Mr. Chill today. If blank happens, the Lakers win the series.
If the Lakers defense stays solid, the Lakers win the series. They can be they can probably be the most consistent here, I would say. They've had some up and down games, like you mentioned. Anthony Davis hits or misses. LeBron isn't, scoring 30 points anymore like he used to. But throughout everything, their defense has been consistent. They held the Warriors out of the paint the first 2 games, which definitely helped them win in game 1. And they also won against the Wolves in the first series because their defense was so well. They have more blocks over the series, and I think a lot of the other teams steals. So all the little things that you need to do to play in a playoff round, conference semifinals, to take your chance and win and go to the finals, they do. So if their defense stays consistent, they will win the series, because on the flip side, the Nuggets have one of the worst defenses in the league, and so offensively, I don't think the Lakers have to worry too much because the offense will come. There's so many stars. Pause. But if their defense stays consistent, the Lakers win the series.
Okay, I like that. Defense wins championships. Lakers definitely D'd up a lot against the Warriors last series, and that helped them ultimately win that one. So I like that here for the Lakers this series. Excuse me, Ben. If blank happens, Lakers win the series.
I mean, the only answer that goes in there is if Jokic gets hurt, happens. I don't think the Lakers really stand much of a chance against Denver, especially with Denver having the home court. I got Denver in 6. Like I said, it's going to take something really out of the ordinary for the Lakers to win this. So give me, if Jokic gets hurt, that's where I'm at.
So I'm not as pessimistic as you. I don't want to give out my pick here, but I am leaning a little bit towards Denver, especially here in game 1. But if blank happens, the Lakers win the series. For me, if the Lakers control the pace, if they make this a half-court game the whole time, not to say that Denver can't play in the half court, but there's one team that definitely prefers to play out in the open, and that's Denver. Ben mentioned the altitude at the beginning of the podcast, the altitude and the pace. That's why Denver's so unstoppable at home. They're beating teams by about 15 points a game at home. So if the Lakers can control the pace and play a slow game, so LeBron, AD can, control the game that way inside the paint like they did against the Warriors, I like the Lakers' chances here. So hopefully they can control the pace. Easier said than done. Anything before we move on from the Lakers and get to the Nuggets here?
Let's move on.
Wow, let's move on to another team, because nobody's giving the Lakers some respect, and they're going to
All right. So we got the 2-time MVP here, almost 3 times. Some people say he should have been 3-time MVP this year. Nikola Jokic pictured for those of you guys watching. So the Nuggets must blank to win the series. Ben, what are your thoughts here? You're on the Nuggets to win the series. What do they got to do?
I think it's just hit threes. I think they really got to outscore the Lakers on the 3-point line. We know that the Lakers struggle there, so it's not going to be hard to win that battle. But I think that they have to make it a pretty big margin, because I believe points in the paint, the Lakers are going to win that. They are going to try and make Jokic play as much defense as they can make him play. So the Nuggets are going to have to hit threes. Michael Porter Jr., Braun, Jamal Murray, Jeff Green, these guys are going to have to hit the 3-pointers, especially at home, to get the momentum and the crowd really into the game. So give me the Nuggets must win the 3-point battle dramatically. Like we said, we saw the Warriors do it and still not have enough. The Warriors were killing the Lakers from 3, and the Lakers just were too much in the paint. So, yeah, I think that they're going to have to win the 3-point battle dramatically.
I'll give my take real quick before I give it to the Lakers guys here. It's going to be Nuggets must help Jokic to win the series. It can't be Jokic going out there and having his 40-point games. You got to hit the shots that Jokic creates for you. That means Michael Porter Jr., like Ben mentioned. That means a guy like Jamal Murray is going to have to pitch in and give you 25 to 30 on some nights and bust for maybe 40 points. So the Nuggets must help Jokic consistently to win this series for me. So, Justin, what are your thoughts here?
I think the Nuggets must get Aaron Gordon going on defense to win the series. In the half court game, Aaron Gordon does have a way and an ability of slowing down LeBron. He's done it. He holds LeBron to under 40% shooting when he's in the half court. They must get him going to win this series.
Okay. Ron, you're talking about respect for the Lakers. Nuggets must blank to win the series.
Nuggets must. I totally fucking forgot what I was gonna say. I swear to God.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because they're not going to win the series. It doesn't matter. They're not winning the series.
Oh my God. Go on next. I can't believe I just blanked out.
Well, and anything you guys want to touch on here before
I
we
just
move
want
on
to
from
say
this
these
series?
slides are
gonna
pretty
say?
dope. Let's
Yeah, I
give a
like
shout out
these
to Ron
slides.
for these slides.
And just for everybody's reference, the last time that I checked the odds this morning, I
This was
believe to
blank
win the
Wednesday.
series, it was Nuggets minus 160, Lakers plus 140.
I got it. My bad.
Oh,
I didn't mean to cut you off.
Gave you
No,
some time. There we
I
go.
said no. It's super quick. Nuggets must win at home to win the series. We know what the Lakers have done. They've gone and they've won on the road in Golden State and in the first series. But the Nuggets, if they cannot hold home court and they let the Lakers get one or two, or at least one, I think it's going to happen tonight. To go and play in LA is very tough. A lot of people are talking about home court, Warriors, home court, Denver, but the Lakers are great at home as well. And we know that they can defend home court. So if the Nuggets do not win their home games, of course it's home court advantage. They're going to get 4 if it goes to 7. If they don't win neither one of those games, they cannot win the series, man, because they're not going to go win in LA.
I like that. So they got to hold home court to win this series. I like that, especially with that advantage that they do have, the way that they've been playing this year. Definitely agree with that take there, Ron.
We've been stealing game 1 away, Ron. Do you think that's
Yeah, that's
possible for tonight? You think we can steal it?
I said it. If they're going to win one game, it's going to be this one, other than the next 2 for sure.
All right.
Line for
I'm
game
just so
1
confident, bro. I don't
before we
know.
move
Vegas
on.
is wrong.
Is Nuggets minus 6.5, Lakers plus 6.5. So I'm guessing both of you guys are taking those points and maybe even playing that plus 200 on the money line for that game 1 upset.
I'm taking Jokic 10 plus assists. I'm taking Jamal Murray over 2 3-pointers, and I'll be taking Lakers plus 6.5.
Okay, I like that, Ron.
that's a lot of plays.
Justin, all over. What about you, Ron? Any plays to give out before we move on?
I actually have, and I want to say it now before it gets any later, is I have Lakers to win the Western Conference that I put in like before the first round. It was like the second to the last game of the season. So it's at plus 750.
Nice.
So if I hit,
nice.
it's pretty good.
There you go.
Put a decent amount.
You're not going to hedge at all with the Nuggets?
I hedged a little bit. Nuggets in 6 and Nuggets in 7.
Okay, I like that.
So it was plus,
Good hedge.
it was like plus 500 and plus 400 or something like
There
that.
we go. Ben, any play to give out before we move on from this?
I
series?
went with the Nuggets in the first half, minus 3.5. Yeah. Hopefully at home, they come out. I do think that this is a Nuggets game, so I'm going to disagree with Ron. But, I mean, it's a lot of points, 6.5 points. Although this could be, that game 1 is just a feeling out process to see what a team's really going to do. So maybe the Nuggets are just hitting shots and the Lakers kind of pack it in and – go for game 2. I could see that happening as well. So I went with the Nuggets early.
Yeah, especially an older team like the Lakers. They're probably more prone to packing it in if they're getting blown out in the.
They are rested though. So
yeah, they are. But we'll see. We are within, or we're in 10 minutes, or within 10 minutes of the draft lottery being revealed. So let's get through
7
this.
minutes.
Yeah, 7 minutes. But I was just 10 minutes, but yeah, 7 to be specific here. But let's get on to the next one. Thank you to everybody that's watching. If everyone that is watching could just spare a second to give us a like and share, much appreciated for everybody that can do that. And, just appreciate you guys being here with us in the first place. But let's just move on to a team that I like and I really just hate too at the same time because they're a team on the surface going into it. You just thought that they were going to lose in the first round. They lost the first game of the play-in to the Hawks. Everybody remembers that. It took 2 home games in the play-in for these guys to make the playoffs. They were the worst shooting team in the NBA. They came and shot the first seed Bucks out of the building, who I picked to make the NBA Finals. Both my picks are out, by the way. I had the Bucks and the Suns, so I'm just here watching for fun at this point. But the Heat They were the main culprit of that. And then they went on and they won in the second round again, led by Jimmy Butler. And, they got a lot of guys pitching in, a lot of good role players that step up, especially when they need them. And the question here is, do you think the Heat are hot enough to win this series? Ben, what are your thoughts here? Do you think Michael Jordan Jr. over here is going to carry the Heat to the NBA Finals?
I mean, they're 5-1 underdogs to win the series. I know when the Celtics came out as big 3-1 favorites against the Sixers, we thought it was a little bit too steep of a price. I think this is even steeper. Are the Heat as talented as the Sixers? No, but I think there's no doubt that the Heat play harder than the Sixers. The Heat take less plays off. They have more dogs. They don't just have a PJ Tucker. They have 3 or 4 PJ Tuckers. So I do think that the Heat are live to win this. I mean, why should we doubt them now, right? They're the 8th seed. They're here in the Eastern Conference Finals. If this is like the bubble, they made the finals. Everybody was referencing the bubble. They beat the Celtics that year and made the finals. So, yeah, I think that they are live to win. That plus 1.5 game, I think, would be like a good play here. In case it goes to 7, you win automatically no matter what happens. So I like the Heat's chances. I do. They match up well.
And Ron, what about you? You like to take these dogs. Are the Heat compelling to you in this series? Do you think they have enough to get over the hump here with the Celtics?
Yeah, they definitely do, and I'll be one of the first ones to say I didn't even have them coming out of the first round.
Neither did I.
So them winning the first round definitely is making me eat some crow. I think that they are hot enough to win because they have one of the best coaches, man. Eric Spoelstra has coached this team to the best of his abilities, and they're listening, and everything is clicking, man. I don't need to say the things that they do and the upsets that they pulled off. I need to say why, and that's Eric Spoelstra, and I have confidence in him going against a Celtics team who is great when they're good, but when they're bad, they're bad. So not very consistent on the Celtics side. So I do think that they have enough, and I actually think that they do go to the finals, man. And it's just kind of a Cinderella story.
I like it. And Justin, you mentioned vindication at the very beginning of the pod. This was the other team that the Lakers, they matched up with the Lakers in that bubble championship. They ended up losing. Do you see the Heat making it a finals rematch with your LA Lakers?
Well, I picked the Heat twice on this podcast, so I'm not going to stop picking the Heat. Let's pick them a third time. Let's get them in the Eastern Finals, representing the East.
All right, I like that. And honestly, I'm just going to have to stick with going against the Heat. I'm going with the Celtics in the series. We'll get to the Celtics when we get there. But honestly, it's for me, I just still look back to how they were playing in the regular season. The shooting numbers, they shouldn't be able to stay with the Celtics. You look at how they shot up the Bucks out of that series. They sustained that for the course of the series, and they were able to win that. I don't know if they're going to be able to do that a second time, but I do want to give the Heat some credit because we talked about it when they were there in the finals, in the bubble, that this is a culture thing. They don't necessarily have the best roster. You guys are talking about that they're not the most talented team, but they have a culture. You get guys that buy in when they go to Miami. I mean, it happened even a little bit before Jimmy Butler was there. They had Dwayne Wade that established that with Pat Riley, and they were there for 15 plus years together. And, that kind of stuck around. They had that run.
And Jimmy's carried that culture and carried that mantle and been the leader for the Heat. So definitely what you're saying is correct.
Jimmy's carried that mantle. He's carried the culture for these guys. You can tell every time they play on the court. Ben was talking about they don't take any time off. So definitely got to give the Heat some credit, even though I'm probably going to go against them again in this series. And
they're just better rebounders. They're dogs when it comes to rebounding, bro.
They're dogs.
After it.
And they're never out of it mentally. Like you see it with the Sixers. We got to spend some time on what happened with the Sixers a little bit, because you saw what the Sixers, they mentally checked out in a game 7. That would never happen with the Heat. They
got about a minute 30 before this this reveal comes up. So let's get this in with the C's.
Good reminder.
The Celtics.
We got the Celtics here. They're the counterpart to the Heat in the Eastern Conference Finals. They just played the game 7 against the Sixers that we were just talking about checking out in emphatic fashion. Jason Tatum dropping 51 points. Went insane, honestly. And I was watching that game on the way back up to San Antonio, and I couldn't believe what I was watching. He was hitting every step back 3 he was taking. Do you think that he carries that play through, or does Timothy Butler, rattle his cage a little bit and, kind of even things out here? What are you guys thinking, Justin? Or Ben, you were going to give your take.
Yeah, just because I feel like that game 6, when everybody knew that that's the game the 76ers needed to win, and Jason Tatum was shooting as bad as he was, I think he was like 1 for 14 or something very horrible. I think that's where Jimmy Butler kind of just puts his foot on his neck and keeps it there, as to where the 76ers tend to take some plays off, and he just needs to see the ball go in once and then 3-4 3-pointers go in after that. And he scores 16 in the fourth. So I think that the Heat have that killer instinct, and it goes also to the coaching advantage that Ron talks about. Spo over Doc Rivers every day. It's going to be a great series. I don't agree with the 5-1 price.
Ron, what are you thinking here real quick?
Okay, there we go. No, man, like I said, I can't believe in the Celtics because they are inconsistent. And for all the reasons that you guys just said, I mean, I think I came on and you were talking about his 50-point game, and let's face it, the 76ers weren't the best teams. Wasn't one of the best teams. They played good and then they played bad. So they didn't really go out there and beat a really, really solid 76ers team. And actually didn't even play one game, I think. So I can't believe in the Celtics till I see it. I got to see it to believe it with them.
Shout out to everybody in the comments. We got Alex here, echoing some of what Ron was saying and Ben was saying. Tatum, way too inconsistent when it matters. Jose taking some shots at Harden, deservingly so. Sorry, Ben.
Get those comments off the screen, bro.
But for me, honestly, I do think the Celtics, they're just a more talented team, like most of the teams that the Heat have played throughout the playoffs. And I think it's finally going to catch up to the Heat here in this scenario and give me the Celtics here. I think they smell the blood. They see an opportunity to get back to the finals. They see the opportunity to, kind of right some of those wrongs that they had last year. So give me the Celtics, even though I agree with a lot of what you guys are saying as far as their inconsistencies. And I'm not a big fan of their coach either, but I still think they have enough to get it done. So give me the Celtics.
Here we go.
And Justin, did you give your pick?
I said the Heat.
Heat, that's right.
Pelicans at 10. What number do they have? 14.
All right, so
Pelicans at 14.
The Spurs can't fall any lower than 6, I think, technically, or 7. Rockets,
Raptors at 13.
They can't fall below 6. Dude, I'm gonna be so pissed if we end up with the 3 spot.
OKC.
Good, get OKC
at 12.
out of here. Get OKC out of here.
Ben's on mute.
I don't like you telling me.
Yeah. Wait like 5 seconds before you say it, because I'm 5 seconds behind you.
I just got Oklahoma City right now.
Okay. Well, 11's been selected. I'm not
So
gonna say
whoever's last will say it. We know Ben's last, so when Ben goes, we can all know.
Magic at 11.
All right, yeah. Damn, you're way behind. You're picked behind.
You're way behind, man.
Okay, I'm at 9 now. Mavs at 10.
Yeah.
Jazz at 9. Listen, what we need to happen is
now you're ahead of me. This is not fun.
Yeah,
the Spurs need to clear pick 6.
I know. Yes, we need to.
For both y'all, right?
For both
of us. So right now everything's going according to plan.
Please do not fuck us over.
All right, here we go. Wizards at 8. Here's 7. Here's 7 rolling.
Okay, it wasn't the Spurs. No, we need to clear 6 here. Let's clear 6.
Y'all are doing good with these picks. Here we go. Cleared. Magic at 6.
Now we're guaranteed a top 4 pick.
You guys are crazy.
Yes, the Pistons. Look at that, bro.
Damn, number 4. Where were Pistons at 4?
Yeah, Pistons had a share of the number 1 pick.
And they were the worst record in the league, and they got pick 4.
Wow. They got 5 too? The Pistons
Charlotte, Blazers, Spurs, and Rockets. Let's go.
Hold on. Oh, my God.
No, but don't they go to a commercial break before the Final Four?
They would do this to us. ESPN would do this.
That means rolling. The other 14% team is gone, bro.
Yeah, it's 20. Yeah.
So y'all hold the highest percentage.
25% chance,
dude.
He's coming to Houston,
honestly,
baby.
Who would you guys rather hear from if their team got the number 1 pick?
Hey, don't
what do you mean?
Them pick sides,
what do you mean by that question?
I won't gloat. Ben's
He's
gonna go
saying
crazy.
that I'm gonna be unbearable if we get the number 1 pick. So you all should hope the Spurs get it. So
How
Hey,
can
Justin,
Ben
let's
be
do.
unbearable?
Hey, spin the wheel real quick,
hold
All
on,
right,
hey
well-
bro, what's happening right now is great.
or after.
Yeah, let's do it right now.
We're good.
So,
we're good.
so Ron had a contest on Instagram. We had 3 winners who picked the Lakers in that series against the Warriors. And we're gonna spin to see the winner. Ron, let me know.
Yeah. Hold on. This is
Oh, that's right.
this
Tell
was
me.
it right here.
The Pistons got so screwed, bro.
Wow.
Here, show this one.
They got to be mad at Ben Wallace for that.
Yeah, this was it. It was just double. Go to Instagram if you double tapped and liked.
Oh,
If you
buddy.
comment who win the series, then you would just win the cash. So the only 3 people to do this is proof right here. Josh said the Lakers, Tony said the Lakers, and Rick said Laker Nation. Duke said Warriors, so he's automatically out. So these 3 guys will have a chance to win some cash.
Mondo.
And Justin, run it.
Here we go. Flip it over, Ron. And your winner live. And the cash goes to
Josh, Tony, Rick. Who is it? It's like right
It's
in the
Tony.
middle. Tony.
Tony.
Congrats, Tony. Hey, thank
your
you
cash,
for
Tony.
participating in our little contest. We'll cash up you your winnings.
Oh my goodness.
and
Falso
Mondo had a chance
yeah,
at
he
cash
picked
and
the
said no.
Warriors.
Come on,
I'm
dude.
pretty nervous right now because honestly,
Holy moly.
like tanking sucks when you don't get the pick that you want.
When there's no
Like,
reward.
Like you've seen what happened to the Knicks all those years, like missing out on the top 3 pick when I think it was like Tatum, Fultz, and somebody else. They got the 4th pick and they were the worst team.
Hey, Roland, would you mind Scoot Henderson or like is it Wemby
Look,
or
dude, I want
Gulfstream?
Victor Wembanyama. Like I'll be pretty sad if I don't get him, but when I calm down, because right now obviously I'm pretty hyped up, but when I calm down and like actually assess everything, I'll be pretty happy with Scoot Henderson because Scoot Henderson, from watching him, he kind of has a little bit of Dame. He has a tenacity to me of like he kind of looks like and this isn't like the best comparison, but like a Russell Westbrook, Colin Sexton type of tenacity going towards the rim. But he has a good shooting ability that kind of reminds me of Dame when he gets a step back on the 3-point line, and he has serious range. So I like Scoot's game. I mean, Victor Wembanyama, I mean, he's 7'5". Somebody said he was Gobert, KD, and Giannis all in one.
Come back. Hey, Justin, come back. Justin, wherever you are. Don't be throwing this solid shit. Come back.
And so with Wembanyama, I mean, if he's hits his projections, I mean, he could probably be like he'll be better than Giannis for sure.
Yes, sir. 6 minutes till game time.
I mean, they're talking about him like
haven't
he's
even
as
eaten
made
yet,
as
bro.
LeBron was. It's like it's as sure as a thing.
He's gonna I don't know why. Whatever team doesn't get him, you'll be thanking me later because he's gonna be such a bust.
And that is what I was saying
Huge
last year
bust.
about Chet Holmgren, bro. And then it ended.
And then what happened?
Yeah, I know. But this guy is just different than Chet Holmgren, bro.
How?
He's 7'5".
Yeah.
And he moves all slow, bro.
No,
He's gonna
dude.
get bodied so bad in the
Ron,
NBA. It's
just
gonna be
hold up,
funny,
Ron.
dog.
Wait,
I just feel like guys
why do
at that size can't be that successful
Bro,
in the NBA.
Why
They
do you
don't- they're
think
not all y'all mean,
Like
you know?
Kevin Durant doesn't go down
I'm
there and
getting-
bang. Why do you think,
Wembanyama
bro?
jersey if we get that number 1 pick tonight.
Oh,
This is just Bol with a little more defense and just a little bit further along at this time.
Joby and I have a wager of if the Spurs get Wemby or if the Rockets get Wemby, whoever's team doesn't get Wemby has to buy the other guy a Wemby jersey. And if neither team gets Wemby, nobody has to
That would be
buy
so
it.
awesome if we had the 1 and 2 pick.
Dame's gonna go get his help and win.
Here we go.
Dude, get off the. Don't
And
say
this
anything.
guy's
Don't say
playing-
anything.
I
Nobody
won't say a
anything.
word. I'll let you
and this
react.
guy's playing in
Oh
France.
my God!
He said,
Don't
"Don't
say
say
anything.
nothing."
He didn't say anything. He just yelled really loud, like a crazy person. I'm thinking that the Rockets just got the
Hey,
4th
but
pick.
honestly though, the Rockets are further
Oh
along.
my god!
They got the 4th pick.
The Spurs got him, bro. The Spurs got him.
What happened? Explain.
Spurs got him.
The Spurs
got
got
Wemby.
Why?
Wemby, bro.
Let's go.
But like, break down who got 4, 3,
Okay,
2, 1.
so fourth was the
Oh
Rockets,
my
third was the
God.
Trailblazers, second was the Hornets, and number one,
the
the
Spurs got the
Spurs
number 1
won the
overall
lotto.
pick next year.
And this is a guy that's supposed to change the organization for the Spurs. I don't see it. I wish them well, but I think this is going to be a bust.
Wow.
And whoever's going to get Brandon Miller is going to be the best off in this draft.
Wow, dude.
Ben, you're tripping for nothing, bro. This guy's gonna be a bomb.
Bro, honestly,
He's gonna
Ben,
be a
if you all
bomb,
get
bro.
Brandon Miller at 3, you're going to be way better off.
I mean, congrats to Roland. That's congrats.
So what size is
Oh,
Joby?
baby. Let's
A
go.
medium?
Joby's getting a medium Wemby.
Wow.
Do the Spurs not take him?
Shut up, Ron.
No, Ron.
No, seriously.
No, the Spurs are taking him
Are you sure?
100%.
This is
So
such
he's-
bullshit, bro.
Oh. Let's go.
So 1,000% guarantee the Spurs take him at 1.
Just gotta say, the slums, they were fun. I'll see you guys later. We're out of the slums.
Yeah, bro. And this
This
end
guy's
this
not gonna
stream,
change the
bro. End
organization.
this
One and
stream,
done.
He's not gonna change the
Next
organization.
20
bro.
years, guys.
Oh,
Let's go, baby.
Roland, you're funny,
Let's
man.
hey,
go.
so Roland. So Wemby or Timmy?
What's that?
Yo, they
keep jumping,
got
but
Brian
who's gonna be your
Windhorst out in
favorite
France
Spurs?
with this dude.
you just gotta look at it like this: like Wembanyama or Luka Doncic the next 10 years. Give me,
It's Luka.
dude, I'll take Wemby right now. Let's go.
Does he
Oh,
play
He's gonna
year
get
one?
hurt, bro. He's Chet Holmgren. This guy's Chet Holmgren.
Does he
I
play year
told you
one?
that.
Yes, he's gonna play. He's gonna win MVP.
You don't see him
year
sitting
one.
out like the rest of
Oh,
these
he's gonna
number
win
one picks.
MVP, bro.
Dude, it's the same thing as Luka. Luka was killing old men when he was 14, 15, 16.
Yeah.
This kid's been doing the same thing.
The
It's gonna
league's
happen
different
again.
though. The Spaniard league's a lot different.
Yeah, but this guy's 7'5", bro. I don't,
Bro,
he might
this
be
guy's
taller
gonna
by the
take-
time he gets to the NBA, bro. This kid's
This
been
guy's
growing.
gonna take like his first elbow to the chest or his first like solid box out. He's gonna be.
dude, I really can't believe we got the number 1 pick,
Ron, he's not going to be playing in the post at all. He's going to be on the perimeter.
bro.
How many
doing
times
what?
are they gonna screw
That's
the
the same
Rockets
thing
over,
Jokic
bro?
does.
Let's talk about that.
Let's go. Didn't you guys get the number 1 pick last year?
Never. Pick 2, pick 3, pick 4 now.
Dude, they're right.
And that's
Joby
because they're
is gonna
holding
be
so
on this
many
on
tickets.
Twitter, like,
I mean, the
forever.
Rockets got so many picks. Then you know what? Congrats, you get Harden back. I've told you if Wemby doesn't go to Houston, Harden's coming back.
Bro, and not even pick 2, bro?
We did it, guys.
Well, hopefully they get scooted too. Y'all get Brandon Miller at 3. You're gonna be good.
We don't have pick 3.
You guys can have the number 1
Oh,
pick
you got
next year.
pick 4. That's so bad. Oh
Good
man, I'm
thing
sorry,
Josh
man.
isn't a Rockets fan anymore.
You guys can get Amen Thompson.
Eamon Thompson. That's a bomb, bro. Oh man.
Bro, you guys are doing
That's still
Ben
a good
too
prospect,
dirty right
bro.
now.
And I feel bad because Ben's my boy, but I thought he had 3, man. Now seeing him at 4, I feel bad.
You never say he's your boy ever.
I always
I
say that.
I've never heard
I
you say
told Ben
that.
our friendship was gonna end with this. Our
Oh, yeah,
basketball friendship would end tonight because we were on the same side with the Celtics. I think did Ben end? Is he out?
Tank
Oh,
for
there he is. He
Bronny.
just paused.
Thanks for Bronny who
Hey,
said
hey.
that.
Hey, you guys got
Hey,
Bronny
Bronny will
in the
be
draft
a-
next year, bro.
Yeah, Bronny will be a Rocket next year, cuz they don't get no better than that for
Sell
you,
those
dog.
season tickets.
Dang.
Spurs win
Bronny in the
lottery
H?
right to draft Wembanyama. That's the highlight already.
Bronny throwing out the first pitch at the
Hey,
Astros game and
get
shit.
that graphic going. Get that graphic going.
Here's the graphic right
Justin.
here.
He left. He left.
Spurs win lottery the rights to draft Wembanyama.
Dude,
nuts.
that's vindication right there.
Hey, it paid off for y'all to tank. I mean, and that's because y'all weren't even failing right. Y'all were winning games in the end that you shouldn't have won. I mean,
We did it. We did it.
But that was a good show, man, for me. That was a good
Roland, I need to
He's-
hear your
he's a
hey
good
Joe,
start right
we
now.
did
Let's
it,
go.
voice.
We did it.
This is awesome for you, man.
Crazy. Damn, I could honestly stay on this live all night. Honestly, just sitting here, just reflecting about this.
We do need a wrap though.
But yeah, let's sign off.
Any other things you want to say before we wrap here? Give me your final thoughts. Spurs #1 pick here, and then
honestly, Spurs #1 pick. Look, the Spurs have always been an organization that, I mean, they had a 21 year playoff run, right? They're against tanking. They're not for it. But this year, they kind of bit the bullet. They're like, hey, there's no use in staying in the middle. I was saying it for years when the Spurs were hanging around in the play-in game. I was saying there's no point in staying in this range because you're not going to win a title and you're not going to draft a good player. You can't rely on getting lucky. Like people would always tell me, oh, you can draft Giannis 14. Look at Giannis. You get lucky if a guy like that falls to you at that spot. The idea is to, get to, this #1 pick or this top 3 pick and draft a premium guy that can take you to the next level. So I'm feeling really good because that's the model now. If you want to get good, unless you're going to get a superstar to come to your team, like the Lakers got LeBron James and Anthony Davis, and then you build around them that way outside of the draft. You know what I'm saying? So that's the name of the game in the NBA today. You saw the process. They went down in 7 games yesterday, but you got to hit on your picks. That's the other thing. So hopefully Wembanyama is even 3/4 of the guy that they're projecting him to be, and I'll be happy. So
what does this mean in terms of Greg Popovich continuing to coach the Spurs?
Popovich,
should they pair a new coach with Wembanyama, or should they have Greg, who's been a pretty good player builder, stay around for a little longer?
They're going to give Popovich, and pretty much until he wants to leave. I think the plan would probably be to transition him somewhere else. Thank you, Alex. Shout out Alex for staying on and being one of the 5 people that's still here watching. A fellow Spurs fan. Respect that. Love that. But yeah, I think Pop is going to stay at least 2 more years to see Wemby through. Pop said that he found a new love for, developing these players. And look, when you're tanking and in that situation, there's no real pressure on you. So Pop pretty much, kind of took it as a year off maybe. So maybe he has an extra year in the tank. And he's got to be feeling reinvigorated right now that he knows a 7-5. Let's go, Gabby. Go Spurs, go. Now that we know that Wemby's coming to town, honestly, I just can't get the smile off my face right now. But it's been fun.
It's happy days from here on out.
Happy days from here on out, baby. Anything from you, Justin, before we sign off?
Oh, I was hoping it was you or Ben, and it was one of you also.
Let's go.
All good here.
Signing off. Peace.